joining us, welcome into our HP workshop. This is Justin Stochoka. He is one of our electronics experts here at QVC. And I always say that especially if you're in the market for electronics, watch us here, because we don't just unbox it for you and say good luck. Hope you enjoy it. We explain to you how to use it. We explain why you need it. And with this next item from HP, it's called the HP Stream. It's a 13-inch laptop. But if you take a look at it, you're like, wait a second, that is the thinnest, sleekest laptop I've seen in a really long time. It comes in two different colors. Here's your cobalt, and then here's your violet. It's an expiring offer, which means no reorder. It comes home at under $300. We've got 6 easy payments of $50 as well. And of course, it ships to your door for free. Now, when we call it an HP Stream laptop, what does that mean, Justin?
Yeah, sure. So what this is right here, you see, first of all, how thin it is and how light it is. We have put together an extremely thin and extremely light laptop that gives you that direct access to be able to go online. That gives you a dual-core processor teamed up with 32 gigabytes of space here. What this really is, this is perfect for that person on the go. And I'll tell you, I have a laptop that's very similar to this. It's not this exact one, but it's the same idea. And it's a lower memory, a flash-based computer, which is what this is. And I use it backstage here at QVC all the time because I'm the person who is always on the go, always on the move. I need a laptop that I can take with me, that's light and portable, that I could bring with me to the studio. And then when I'm going off to the next meeting, just throw in my bag and bring it with me there. But I oftentimes am carrying all different types of products out here, so my hands are full, so I don't want to be bogged down by a heavier laptop. This is going to do that trick for you. This is going to keep that lightweight. It's going to keep everything just great and portable for you.
Well, and I feel like by hearing you describe it, I feel like it gives you the weight of the tablet with more functionality that you don't get the option of when you're shopping, especially because the profile, because I know when I lifted it up, it was like whoo! Like I wasn't expecting it to be that light, but it's got this really nice sturdy case. And not only are you bringing home the laptop Stream from HP, you're also getting 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of memory. You're getting Windows 10, but then you're getting that full year subscription of Microsoft Office, which by the way is $79.95 if you go to Microsoft's own website. And look what it includes. This is a year already included from the time that you open it and press the power button.
That's exactly right. And that Office 365 is going to include Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, OneNote, Access, Publisher, Outlook, OneDrive, which is a 1 terabyte hard drive space that's in the cloud, and we'll explain that because that's going to be a big piece of this. And then Skype as well, which is you'll get 60 monthly minutes on Skype. And
remember, this is something that, you know, maybe you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I'm not in the workforce anymore. I don't need Microsoft Office. It'll give you a chance to experience all that it has to offer for 365 days, and then you can choose from there whether you want to renew it or not. Of course, you can take advantage of our free shipping and handling, which is our first ever free shipping and handling day. But I want to talk really quick about the specs because we just had another laptop that had 8 gigs of RAM.
Correct.
And it had a terabyte of storage. This one has 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. There's a reason for that.
It's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
So when we were talking about that other laptop that was just on a few minutes ago, you mentioned family, right?
Yes.
You mentioned, is this for everyone? And I said that it could feed that whole family because it can. A terabyte of space is going to be able to do this. Well, let's be perfectly honest here. 32 gigabytes isn't going to feed a family of 4, not by any means. This laptop is meant for that person who is on the go all the time. It's meant for that high school student, for that college student who's constantly going back and forth. But what I will tell you is a college student who was fairly recent a college student, Netflix was my favorite thing to do. And you want a computer that's going to be able to handle that. You want a computer that's light, a computer that's not going to get hot. And this is one that won't. Because we have flash-based memory, which means we don't have moving parts inside. So 32 gigabytes, that is a lot less memory than what we had just talked about when we spoke about a terabyte. But here's the thing with this. Because you have that Microsoft Office coming with it, you have 1 terabyte of cloud space. So what you're going to be able to do is keep all of that on there. And if you're someone who doesn't understand the cloud, maybe
I didn't understand the cloud.
Confused.
Like I had to ask him in my salon appointment tonight.
Here's what it is. Let's break it down for you and make an analogy to make it a little bit more understandable. So I was telling Courtney earlier, I live in an apartment, and it's a very small apartment. There's only 2 bedrooms, a small little kitchen, and there's not much. I have the necessities in my apartment, and that is it. But I have a storage space where I'm able to keep everything else. So for right now, my summer clothes, they're in that storage space.
Right.
Or outdoor furniture is in that storage space. When I need it, I go and I get it. That's kind of how the cloud works.
Okay.
So our 32 gigabytes of space on here is our necessities. It's the documents that we use every single day. It's the photos that we want to look at on a daily basis. We then have the cloud, which is like that extra storage locker, which is a terabyte, which is huge, that we can go to and we can access all of that. And that's all OneDrive, which is all part of that Microsoft. That's where you're getting that extra space.
And that's something you can get a hold of on this device. You're not having to drive your car to the storage unit. You're not having to get out in the cold and like sift through all the boxes to find your winter clothes. You can access this on the HP Stream. And you know, something else that Justin was telling me, you know, I think about that college student or maybe that high school or the teenager that, you know, okay, do I get them a TV for their bedroom? Well, if they have their computer in there, are they going to be distracted? This is, again, that streamlined, pun intended, entertainment system that if you're watching TV, maybe you're watching school presentations, that you have access to at an affordable price point that includes $434 worth of additional software and services. This is what you're looking for, because we're also, again, including that lifetime tech support, which is nothing to sneeze at, because maybe you're not used to the idea of, okay, here's this streamlined thing. How do I use this? How do I go from photo to Windows? 24 hours a day, you got it.
Yeah, so anybody, if you have any questions whatsoever, you have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Someone right here in the United States will pick up the phone and answer your questions. And maybe that's something like, how do I start up Windows? Or how do I connect that printer? Or where is that internet? How am I able to access that? They will help you, walk you through step by step. And to take it one step further, they have that convenient remote access. So if you give them permission, they're going to be able to actually tap into this computer and move the mouse around and show you exactly what is where and help you out with that.
Well, and I'll tell you, with how affordable that laptops are getting, especially for what you need them, I remember I had somebody come over to my house one time to take a look at my laptop, because for me and my schedule, that was the only thing that was going to work. And I remember after that person left, I could have bought an entirely new laptop from another brand with what they charged me to clean out my storage, get rid of all of the viruses and what have you not. And yet this is included anytime you want to use it. And I also think it's important with your two colors. Justin's got the cobalt, I've got the violet in front of me, to think about, okay, what if I need more than a tablet experience, but everything is still email, it's still streaming, it's still surfing and shopping the web? This is it, because the first thing that I notice is the full-size keyboard. I'm not having to attach or plug in that separate entity for when I need to use it.
Exactly. You've got that full-size keyboard available right here to you. I like tablets. I love them. Let's be honest. I love reading emails on tablets. I don't particularly like sending emails on tablets because I love having that full keyboard to me. This is a 13-inch screen, so it's a great size. I'm using one hand to hold this up right now because it weighs just about 3.5 pounds. But you aren't losing that keyboard on this by any means. You get that full keyboard, but you're also getting a lot of connectivity ports on this as well. So as I turn this around on the side here, you're gonna see what we've got built into this. You have a USB port available for you. Actually, two of them here. You have two USB ports right here. You're also getting that power charger. So that's where we're gonna charge in. Then I'll turn this around the other side and we have more for you as well on top of that.
That's so surprising given the size on that.
Well, a lot of these computers, the one that I have has one plug in the side.
Me too.
And that's it. It's just one plug.
And the company says you're welcome.
Exactly. See you later. Right here, your HDMI cable. So again, if this is for that student, that high school or college student that has to do presentations over and over again, this is going to be so useful when they can just plug in and play. That USB port as well right here, another one. That's our USB 3.0 port actually, so it's even faster. Your headphone jack and microphone jack, a micro SD card slot reader. So you're going to be able to plug in that micro SD card and be able to, like a camera, for
like
instance.
Today.
Speaking of a micro SD card.
So I had the Samsung Galaxy and I went to find Justin. I was like, I didn't even know they made camera cards this small. I was like, how in the world do you put this in the computer? Luckily, you had a converter, but I love that this comes standard with that.
Right in.
So for all of your digital cameras that have that micro SD, you no longer have to use the cable cord, which honestly kind of seems a little antiquated. You can plug it right into your computer. It's extremely fast, and yet this is becoming another way that you're streamlining your life with this. Now, a lot of different, things that you have on here is you still have access to Windows 10, which is a fully functioning operating system that when you think about Maps, when you think about Cortana, it's everything you could want to live your daily life in.
Yeah, of course. So Windows 10 is that availability to have that full experience with a laptop. Right now, I just opened up Maps and it's asking me for my location. Well, that's something that's really cool with this laptop is it actually can pinpoint exactly where I'm located at. And for something like Maps, that means I can get directions. And with Cortana, I can ask for directions and I can say, hey, Cortana, get me directions to Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. And then she'll go through and be able to get that for you. And then you could print it out. You could email it to somebody. You can do whatever you need to, but you have that capability to do that because of Windows 10 that's built into here. With Windows 10, you're also getting Microsoft Edge as well. So you're getting all of those great functions on top of that, which is where you will be able to write on websites.
Well, and you know what I think is pretty cool on that too is if you're the student and you're opening, up websites for school and you want to send notes back and forth, you can say, hey, this is what we need to watch out for next week's test. You can kind of pass it back and forth. I also think that you have something, as simple as a calculator, and the idea that you can all find it at the touch of a button just with this little, I don't know what you call this little board here, but you can customize that.
That little, it's called dashboard.
Dashboard.
Yeah.
There we are.
Just like your car.
Just like a car.
Exactly.
But you can change those in and out because maybe it's something that it is a calculator, which you're using often. Maybe it is Google Maps, which you're using often. Maybe it's Microsoft Edge, and you need to get to it at a moment's notice. How do we customize all this, Justin?
Yeah, so everything that's down here right now that you're going to be able to see, that's on the bottom of this dashboard here, that's what we're looking at. That is all the programs that are open. So that's kind of a quick access to see what's available here and what's open. But what we can customize, which is great, is those live tiles. So right here, that's where we're going to get that complete customization. So anything that you want up front. So I have my photos and I have Cortana and Microsoft Edge, that internet browser. It's what's available to me right up front here. But you can actually move them around. You can change the size of them. And that's as simple as just a right click. I can unpin from the start, I can resize it here, and I can choose the size that I want. If I want it to be really big, I could choose that large size, and you see that it just grows instantly, and now mail is big and bold and available to me. I can remove it if I want to, I can resize it. There's so much that you have that custom, the ability to customize this completely so that it truly is the best user experience possible for you.
And that, I think, is what is so personal that, you think about two really big names in the electronics industry. You have HP and you have Microsoft. And I love that how they work together in a case like this and truly give you a streamlined sense of ability. Because, for me, I do all of my work on my phone. I have my email attached to it, all of those certain things. And maybe you're like the same way. Well, I have a laptop with a lot of space that, quite frankly, I don't use. I have that extra disk space that I plug into my laptop to store all my photos, to store my backups. But my actual laptop, I'm just using it to go shopping every day. I'm using it to look up great recipes for a really great dinner or brunch that I'm hosting. I'm using it to do my reading. I'm using it to surf the web, to watch and stream capabilities, to connect on all different social media platforms. If you are somebody like that who loves to keep in touch, by the way, with this HD camera, this is a perfect option for you because it's an affordable way for you to get something powerful yet lightweight home that doesn't break the bank. I mean, we're talking about 6 easy payments of $50 plus free shipping and handling. We have 2 colors. We have cobalt. We have the much more limited violet, and then don't forget we're including $434 of additional software for you to bring home, which includes lifetime tech support. You're still getting a year's worth of subscription for Microsoft Office 365. You're getting plenty of storage, 32 gigs. You're getting 2 gigabytes of RAM. But for the person that's on the go, that just wants to keep it light, you don't need a lot of downloading speed, this is perfect, which makes it a more affordable gift to give throughout the holiday season. It's E2229-642. And don't forget about our Square Trade offer, which is an additional 3-year service contract that you can take advantage of. It covers all mechanical and electrical failures, 100% of parts and labor. It's a 5-day service guarantee, which is great. Free 2-way shipping on repairs, 24/7 customer support. You can check out more on QVC.com. It is such a great day to be tuning in to QVC or visiting